Hello, good morning friends. Okay, many of you are following and sending the keynotes. Okay, it is very good indication. Please work at home. See, Kaushik asked me to explain the second question, 15.2 exercise again. Okay, that is mean and variance of first n natural numbers. Mean and variance of first n natural numbers. The result is very important. First n natural numbers means this is 1, 2, so on up to n. Its mean, obviously the total number of observations here is n. Its mean and variance. Its mean is mean is given by x bar, isn't it? What is x bar? X bar is summation x by n. Summation means total of 1, 2, so on up to n. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3, so on up to n divided by n. What is this? N into n plus 1 divided by 2, and this n is already here. Okay, sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3, sum of n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This result you have to remember. I hope you studied this in arithmetic progression. So n get cancelled. So n plus 1 divided by 2 is the arithmetic mean of first n natural numbers. What is the arithmetic mean of first 30 numbers? From 1 to 30 means 30 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 15.5. What is the sum of 56, first natural number up to 56? Means 56 plus 1 divided by 2. 57 by 2 means this is how much? 28.5, like that. Okay, one thing is over. Variance can be found out in two ways. One is 1 by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square. This is what I took this result. So this is 1 by n into summation x square means, see here, summation x square means this is 1 square plus 2 square, 1 to n it is. X are natural numbers, so on up to n square. N square means n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, so you have to write this result here, that is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. This result you are going to prove in mathematical induction chapter. Okay, up to then you have to assume this result. And minus n plus 1 divided by 2 whole square, that is n get cancelled here. N plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. This n and this n get cancelled, that is separate. Minus n plus 1 whole square divided by 4, sparing both numerator and denominator. If you take n plus 1 common, what remains? And what is the LCM of 6 and 4? That is 12. If you take the LCM, okay, I will write one more step. n, we are taking n plus 1 common here. Okay, 2n plus 1 by 6 minus n plus 1 by 4 remains in the bracket. That is equal to n plus 1. Okay, what is this? LCM is 12. 12 means in order to make 612, you have to multiply this by 2, means numerator also you have to multiply by 2, minus this should be multiplied by 3 into n plus 1. Okay, so n plus 1 into 4n plus 2 minus 3n minus 3 divided by 12. That is n minus 1. What remains is n plus 1 into n minus 1 divided by 12. A plus b, a minus b. That is n square minus 1 divided by 12. Okay, the variance of set of first 10 natural numbers is given by 10 square minus 1 divided by 12. The variance of first 25 natural numbers is 25 square minus 1 divided by 12. That is 25 square 625 minus 1 means 624 divided by 12, like that. Okay, another way is also there. Another means x minus x bar whole square by taking, that also I will prove now. See, another method of finding variance is by using the different formula, x minus x bar whole square. I is running from 1 to n, here actually xi it should be. Okay, so I hope first of all you should know the formula. What is the meaning of notation? Summation of x means this is x1 plus x2 x3 so on up to xn. Okay, this is 1 by n into summation of, this is a minus b, x square plus x bar square minus 2x into x bar. That is 1 by n into, if you take summation inside, x square, okay, 1 by n into summation x bar square minus 2 by n. Okay, I am taking 1 by n and summation 2 by n into summation x into x bar. Is it okay? I am expanding, nothing else. Summation x square, summation x bar square, summation 2x x bar, and 1 by n to each. See here, this is 1 by n into summation x squared. Summation running from 1 to n always. Okay, it is, unless it is not mentioned. See, summation x bar whole square means, I told you x bar is constant. For a distribution, arithmetic mean is constant. Summation of, once again I repeat, summation of xi, I is running from 1 to n means x1 plus x2 so on up to xn. This is the meaning of the notation summation. Summation of x bar means, see, this will not change. Even though this I changes when x is equal to 1, x1, when x is equal to, I is equal to 2, when I is equal to 1, x1, when I is equal to 2, x2, when I is equal to n, xn, like that. Even though when I is changing, x bar will not change because there is no suffix and this will not be affected by. So when I is 1, this is x bar, when I is 2, this is x bar, when I is n, this is x bar. since it is constant. Similarly, for summation C running from 1 to n means when I is 1, this is C. When I is 2, this is constant. This is constant. Again constant. How many constants? N into C. Totally n C's are there. Here also n into x bar it is. Okay. So this is x bar square is also constant. So 1 by n into x bar square minus 2 by n into x bar summation x can be written as n into x bar. Okay, because x bar is equal to summation x by n. So n into x bar is equal to summation x, isn't it? So n get cancelled there. So this is 1 by n into summation x square plus n get cancelled, x bar square minus 2 into n get cancelled, x bar square, or this reduces to 1 by n into summation x square minus x square minus x bar square. So what is summation x square? This is 1 by n into sum of 1 square plus 2 square, so on to n square, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 minus x bar already found out, n plus 1 divided by 2 square. So this is only for this, n is only for this much, this one. Okay, so this is n plus 1 by 6 into 2n plus 1 minus n plus 1 square divided by 4. As usual, as in the earlier case, if you take n plus 1 common, then what remains is 2n plus 1 by 6 minus n plus 1 divided by 4. If you simplify, you will get n minus 1 divided by 12. Okay. So in either way, I feel earlier one is easier, isn't it? Okay. So another question by Parinith, it seems. He asked another question. What is discrete frequency distribution? What is discrete frequency distribution? Do you know anybody? Okay. See here, as I told you, for computation purposes, if the data are like this 10, 15, 25, 30, 39, 46, 16, okay. So some 50 data are like this. This is called as data in bulk form, or this is called as raw data. Raw data, okay. If you identify some repeated values, then suppose the 10 repeats again, 25 repeats again, 46 repeats again, 35, okay. Suppose it is like that, then we will identify such values 10, 15, 25 like this, and we write the corresponding. I know how to construct the frequency table, tally score and then total frequency, isn't it? That is, suppose you go on writing 1, 1, 1 and then 5 like that, isn't it? So finally you will write the total frequency column. This is called as frequency. So this is grouped data. If you write the same raw data in this form, or suppose the given data is the various values of variables associated with frequency, then that is called as grouped data, grouped or frequency data. Okay, first one is raw data, second one is grouped or frequency data. If the range is vast, suppose 10 to some say 100, 110, 150 like that, or 99, it is not possible to write all if the numbers are only single, no repetitions. Okay, then we classify the range is vast. Range means minimum value and maximum value, there is a big difference. Then what we will do is we classify, say some 10 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100 like that. In this way we will classify and arrange, then we will write the number of observations coming under this class. These are called as class intervals, and number of observations coming under this class. Here also this type of class interval is, there are three types of class interval. I told you this is exclusive class interval. See, here we include 10, not 25. If any observation having 25 means we include in this class interval, second class interval, not here. Okay. Now either we have to exclude lower limit or upper limit. These are the limits of a class interval. So this type of arrangement of data is continuous data. Okay, so that is grouped data or frequency data. This is also called as discrete data. Here there is a continuity, even fraction. One more thing is there. Usually this kind of data is called as frequency distribution. Frequency distribution means systematic arrangement of various values of the variable with respective frequencies. Okay, and if the values of the variable are discrete and with the respective frequencies, that is called as frequency distribution or discrete frequency distribution. And one more thing I want to tell you, this is discrete variable and continuous variable. There are two types of variables. I know what is variable. I hope you know what is variable and what is constant. Variable is one which again we have to go initial stage. The data can be classified as quantitative and qualitative. A data or information which can be expressed in numbers are called as quantitative data. Which cannot be expressed in numbers are called as qualitative data. Quantitative data is classified as variable and constants. Variable is one which changes its units to units. It changes its values by, suppose the marks of students is a variable, because for a particular student there is a specific marks. It changes its value for another student, or height of the students. This is also varies, isn't it? See, a quantitative characteristic which changes from unit to unit is called as variable. Suppose that is fixed for all, then that is called as constant. Okay, there are two types of variables, discrete and continuous. Discrete variable means that is take only a whole numbers, complete numbers. Discrete variable is one which takes whole numbers only. Continuous variable can take all possible values within the range. For example, the number of students in a class. It may be 35, it may be 65, it may be 75, it may be 45. It cannot be 45.5, isn't it? The number of persons cannot be 50.6, isn't it? The number of schools, number of buses, number of districts, number of hospitals, these are all discrete variables. Continuous variable means they can take any fractional values also. Suppose amount of rainfall, it may be some 12.5 inches, 5.6 inches. Height of students, it may be some 6.1 inch, 5.6 inch, 5.1 inch, isn't it? So it may be expressed in fractional values also. So in continuous case, there is no, suppose observation having any value, some say 19.99, 17.68, all values coming under this class interval only. There is no break. See, this upper limit coincides with the lower limit of the next class. There is overlapping, isn't it? So this type of data are called as continuous data, and corresponding frequency distribution is continuous frequency distribution. Otherwise, if the data is, the variable is discrete in nature, corresponding frequency distribution is called as discrete frequency distribution. I hope it is clear to you. So I thank you, both of you. This is good indication you are asking questions. Only boys are asking. Okay, let us continue. Next example is find arithmetic mean and variance. Okay, in all the succeeding examples, the question remains same. You are asked to find mean and variance every time. In hardly one or two cases, it is asked standard deviation. You have to take the square root of that, nothing else. See, mean of first 10 natural numbers. Mean is x bar is equal to n plus 1 by 2. This is the general rule. So 20 plus 1 by 2 is 10.5. Variance is n square minus 1 by 12. That is 20 square minus 1 by 12. So remaining computation work you have to complete yourself. Okay, because that is calculator work, nothing else. If you know how to operate calculator correctly, nothing difficult in it. Actually, it is very simple, more simpler than operating mobile phones. N square minus 1 by 12. You compute and get the answer. 400 minus 1 divided by 12. Fx. Now find mean and variance. The fourth question is also remains same. See, x bar mean is it enough? Yes, I will write. Mean is x bar summation of fx by n. So you have to construct fx column. Before that, if you sum, you will get 40, isn't it? 40. Then fx column 6 into 2, you write that. Then if you get the correct values, the sum will be 760. So 760 by 40 is 19. Okay, mean is 19. Variance you can solve in either of the method. Variance is 1 by n into summation fx square minus x bar whole square. X bar is already here. This is not small n. Small n means for discrete raw data. See, this is fx. Okay, 240. Okay, you write that fx square means you have to multiply f into x, fx into x, you will get this 6 into 12 72, 10 into 40 400, like that. Okay, then take the sum and substitute this value. Okay, substitute value, that is 40 into this value minus 19 square, you complete. Okay, otherwise you can work out like this also. Variance is equal to 1 by n into summation of f into x minus x bar whole square. This is also you can work out. Then you need not write this column. If you want to follow this formula, you don't need this column. What to do is x minus x bar you find. X is here, 6 minus 19 minus 30, 10 minus this minus 9, 14 minus 9, this is 5, 18 minus 9 9, 24 minus 9, that is 15, 28 minus 9 19, 30 minus 19 11, isn't it? See, this is square, x minus x bar whole square, you square each of this. After some work, if when you become confident, directly you can write this column, you need not write this again and again. Okay, directly you get the difference and square it, write it there, that is 169, this is 81, 25, like that. Okay, and f into x minus x bar, now you have to multiply these two columns, 2 into 169, 4 into 81, like that. Okay, can you complete? Actually nothing to explain here. So if you sum that, you will get the value 1736. These values are important. In the valuation time, we consider these values, summation fx, summation fx square, or this one, then final answer. So this will be 1 by 40 into 1736. What is that? 43.4. If you work out, you will get. The same question, finding arithmetic mean and variance, only data is different. Okay, your first job is to find this sum, that will be 22. Okay, yes. Now let us find x bar. I will write here, x bar is summation fx by n. For that you need f into x column, so write this, that is 276, like that. Okay, 186. If you sum this, you will get summation of fx as 2200. So x bar will be 2200 by 22 means 100. Arithmetic mean is 100. And variance is equal to 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square is equal to, so you have to work out this, which one, x minus x bar you have to find, x minus x bar whole square. Okay, then you have to multiply these two columns, these two columns, f into x minus x bar whole square. Okay, you sum this, you will get 640. That is 1 by 22 into 640. If your computation is correct, you will get 29.09. Okay. You can compute like that also, another method, as I told you. Variance is, what is that? 1 by n into summation fx square minus x bar whole square. For that, if you want another formula, you have to write fx square column. Fx is already here. You have to multiply fx into x, 92 into this one. The numbers will be bigger. You will take that and divide it by 22. Then x bar is 100 minus 100 square. So many times this will give you the more accurate result. Okay, if x bar is with the decimal numbers, x minus x bar will be decimal number. X minus x bar whole square will be another big decimal number. Sum of that means another big decimal number. If you are approximating the decimals to 2 or 4 places, means there will be error. Error, small error, small error, small error, plus small error will become big error. So, but here the error is very less, isn't it? But in this case, you will get the same answer. Okay, sixth one. Find arithmetic mean and standard deviation using shortcut method. Okay, I told you how to find arithmetic mean by using shortcut method. Have you remember anybody? Arithmetic mean in shortcut method is x bar is equal to a plus d bar, isn't it? Okay, a is assumed mean. You can take any value among this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Better you take middle value, fifth one, that is 64. So define d is equal to x minus a. X minus a means 60 minus 64. 60 minus 64 is equal to minus 4. 61 minus 64 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2 3 and 4. What is d bar? D bar is summation fd by n. Summation fd by n. What is fd? F into d is minus 4 into 2 minus 8, 1 into minus 3, minus 2 into 12 minus 24, minus 24, 0, 12, 20, 12 and 20. Okay, if you sum this, you will get how much? It will be 0. Okay, minus 11. 11 means minus 35. Minus 35 minus 9 minus 44 minus 64. Is it 64? 11 5 4. This is also 64. So this will be 0. Therefore d bar is 0. Now arithmetic mean is x bar is a plus d bar is 64. Arithmetic mean is 64. And standard deviation. Standard deviation is, okay, I will write variance first, then let us take the root. Variance is 1 by n into, see here, summation of fx square minus x bar square. Since, see here, sigma x square is equal to sigma d square. If you take the deviations, then find the variance of deviated value, that is same as the variance of the initial values. The variance of this d values, minus 3, minus 4, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is same as the variance of this value. Okay, so that is due to property of standard deviation. I told you on that day only while discussing the first class in standard deviation. So it is enough if you find variance of d square, that is equal to 1 by n into summation of f d square minus d bar square. D bar is already 0. Summation f d square you have to find. For that you construct one more column. That means you have to multiply these two and write the new column. Minus 4 into minus 8, 32. 3 into 3, 9. 48. 29. 0. 40. 36. 80. Okay. If you sum that, you will get 286. Isn't it? So, what is n? N is 100. If you sum this, 100. 1 by 100 into 286. Yes, that is 2.86. 2.86. Therefore, standard deviation is asked, that is root of variance is equal to how much? 1.69. 1.69 is the required variance. Okay, please make a note of it. See, variance is sigma x square. Sigma x square is 1 by n into summation f into x minus x bar whole square. Isn't it? This can be written as like this also. Summation fx square minus x bar whole square. You proved that. 1 by n into summation fx square, not f. See the difference. Fx square means f square into x square, but f into x square. This is f into x square. That is not fx whole square. Many students will commit that only. They will already obtain the fx column. They will completely square that fx into fx. That will lead the complete wrong answer. So summation fx, x bar means summation fx by n, isn't it? That is square. So already one n is here. Here n square it will be. Here summation fx whole square divided by n square. If you take n square common, you have to multiply this by 1n in order to balance, and this will be free of n square summation fx whole square. These are the three different modes of expressing the same variance. Variance can be computed basing on the given data, and whichever convenient you can apply that formula. These are the 4 different ways of the same formula. Okay, and one more thing is, if deviation is x minus a, then the variance of the initial values and variance of deviated values are same. If step deviation d is x minus a by c, then variance of initial values is equal to c square times summation d square, sorry, sigma d square, variance of deviated values. See, this is 1 by n square already. So this can be found like this formula also. So c square by n square into n into summation f d square into summation f d whole square. Okay. So these are the different forms. One more example I will solve now. Okay. Find x bar and variance by step deviation method. Here class intervals are given. Step deviation method. See, if the numbers are jumping at instead of giving this class interval, suppose the numbers are 15, 25, 35, 45, then also you can apply step deviation method, because our aim is either for using direct shortcut method or step deviation method. Our aim is to reduce the size of the data. So if the numbers are 15, 25, 35, then if you take the deviation, that will be in terms of tens only. So if you divide that by 10, means that will further reduce. Okay, so that it can be easily handled. Now step deviation method, what is that? In step deviation method, x bar is a plus c into d bar, isn't it? So you have to find the step deviations, then c into d bar, arithmetic mean of step deviated values, and variance is equal to c square into sigma d square. You have to find sigma d square is c square. C means width of the class or the constant from which you divided that. That is 1 by n into summation f d square minus d bar square. 1 by n into summation fx square minus x bar square is there now. So step deviated values also that remain same. Instead of x you have to take small d's. Okay. Let us find that one by one. First let us find what is the sum of f. F is 30. Arithmetic mean is equal to x bar is equal to a plus c into d bar. So find d bar first. Summation of fd divided by n. N is 30. We need d. For that, what is d here? D is x minus a by c. Okay. What is x? It is in class interval. There is no x here. So you have to find x first. X means midpoint. 0 plus 30 divided by 2, 15. This is 90 by 2, 45. This is 150 by 2, 75. 105. This is 135. This is 330. 330 means how much it is? 165. 195. Isn't it? 30 difference. So x minus a means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Better you select middle value. So this will be your a. So 105. C means, see the difference, that is 30. C is 30. So you find the step deviated values. X minus 30 by x minus 105, not 30. 105 by 30. Okay, this is D column. see this is x, 15 minus 105 divided by 30. 15 minus 105 means minus 90. Minus 90 divided by 30 is equal to minus 3. 45 minus 105 minus 60 by 30, that is minus 2. You got it. Similarly, 75 minus 105 minus, how much it is? 75 minus 105 minus 30 by 30 means minus 1. 105 minus 105, 0. 135 minus 105, 30 divided by 30, 1. You got it. 165 minus 105, 60 divided by 30, 2. 195 minus 105, 90 divided by 30, that is 3. So these are the d values. So you require d bar, summation fd you want. So f into d column you have to construct. F into d column, you multiply these two. That is 2 into minus 3, minus 6. 3 into minus 2, minus 6. 5 into minus 1, minus 5. 10 into 0, 0. 3 into 1, 3. 5 into 2, 10. 2 into 3, 6. If you add 1, 6 is here, 1, 6 get cancelled. 13 minus 11, 2 it is. 30. Don't simplify, let us keep as it is, because some 30 may occur, because this is also 30, n is also 30. Okay, now standard deviation, variance. One more column is needed, I'll write here. So variance is equal to 1 by n into summation of fd square. Variance of d is okay, not x, minus d bar whole square. Summation of fd square minus d bar whole square. D bar is this much. Okay, fd square you want, f into d square. See, if you are confused, you construct one more column here, d square. Then multiply this with f. Otherwise, f into d square now. Better you multiply these two. This is very simple. Already fd is here. If you multiply again with d means that will be fd square. So fd into d, that is 18. Minus 3 into minus 6, 18. Minus 2 into minus 6, 12. Minus 1 into 5, 5. 0, 3, 20, 18. So that is 17, 35, 35 plus 3, 38, 58. Is it 76? 76. 1 by n. 1 by n is 30. 30 into 76 minus d bar square is 2 by 30 square. Okay, if you simplify, you will get otherwise you can do one thing. You can take let us okay, you simplify here only, or variance is, what is required is variance of x you want. Variance of x is sigma x square is equal to c square by n square into n into summation fd square minus otherwise you do that. See, you can apply this formula also. See, this is 2 by 30 is d bar, isn't it? see, if you take n square common means this will be summation fd whole square. See, once again I repeat, if you by using calculator, then only you can find, and then you multiply that with c square. Otherwise you apply this formula. Yeah, this is modified form, nothing else. See, c square is 30 square, n square is also 30 square. So n into summation fd square means n into summation fd square is 76 minus summation fd is 2 square. Okay, you will get some number, that is 2280 minus 4 2276. Standard deviation is root of this variance. Two 276. You got it? See, if you use this, otherwise do one thing. See, you find 76 by 30, you will get some fractional value. 2 by 30, that is 1 by 15 whole square, you will get another value. Okay, and take the difference, you will get one value. Then variance of x is equal to c square into this value, final value. Then also you will get the same value. Okay.